Hey guys, what's up? Kyle Krieger here. Welcome to today's video. Thanks so much for tuning in. I don't know, if you guys follow me on social media and Twitter and Instagram and stuff, you would have seen that I had reached 10 years of sobriety this week on May 6th. I am thrilled and so excited. It feels so good and I'm just really happy about it. And I thought I would do a video about a few things that I learned while being 10 years sober. One of the best lessons that I learned in early sobriety was people would tell me just to do it one day at a time. You probably heard it everywhere, right? Like one day at a time is a very popular saying. And it's specifically important for people who are sober because thinking about never picking up a drink again for the rest of your life sounds crazy. I mean, that sounds like such a long time. Like I wouldn't have stayed around. I wouldn't have kept going to 12-step meetings if someone was like, you're not gonna have a drink forever. I mean, that was the goal, but I needed it to be broken down into like a very day-to-day thing. And taking something one day at a time really worked for me. To think that I'm just not gonna have a drink or a drug for today was much more manageable than forever. So one day at a time helps me when I feel like something is insurmountable. When I feel like it's just gonna be so hard to get through, I just keep it in the present and I keep it in the day. And when I do that, everything seems more manageable. So in the beginning, when I got sober, I was afraid to ask for help because I just didn't want to seem like a failure. I didn't want to give it up. I felt alone and scared and tired and embarrassed, and I felt like I had failed at my life. And asking for help kind of seemed like the surrender that I wasn't ready to give. I just want to say that if you are looking to surrender or you are looking to give up and you're afraid that no one will help you, that is a lie that you are telling yourself, and a lie that could be keeping you sick and suffering. I'm here to tell you that people want to help and that people will help you if you ask for it. It is about learning how to put out your hand and say, hi, I'm Kyle, I'm struggling and I need your help. And that essentially, that surrender saved my whole life. Whether it be drugs or drinking or depression or an eating disorder or anything. There are people in your life, and I know you know who they are, that love you unconditionally and that are willing to help you. You just have to ask. So in a 12-step program where I got sober, I was freely given love, support, help. I was given so much. These people built me back up to be a human from nothing, from a broken mess. And I realized that while getting sober, that it's not about me. It is about doing what they did. It's about giving it away. It's about taking this sobriety, taking all of these suggestions, learning from it, getting a bridge back to life, and then turning around and giving it away. And giving it away, I learned, is the most uplifting, fulfilling, beautiful experience that I've ever had. And to hope that it helps other people save their own life. You must give it away to keep it. Another thing I learned that I'm super grateful for is second chances. And I find that in my own personal experience, like a lot of people gave up on me and a lot of people didn't. And the people that didn't, I am so grateful for, because when I was using drugs and drinking, I wasn't necessarily someone you would ever want to be around or hang out with unless you were doing the same thing. And even then I was rude and awful. And after that, life essentially died for me and I gave it up. I was given a new lease on life. You know, I feel more alive than I have ever felt in my whole entire life. And I owe that all to be given a second chance. So if I sat here and told you that I didn't care what people thought about me, or I didn't care if people liked me, like I would be lying. Because on some level, I do care about what people think about me. I mean, just by what I put on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, on online in general, in videos, whatever, in life, and when I'm having a real interaction with someone, I care about whether or not they like me on some level. And one of the best lessons that I learned is that not everyone is gonna like you, and not everyone has to like you. And that is 100% okay. That is just how it's gonna be. To do stuff that you like because you want to, regardless of what people are gonna think. Like yes, you wanna put out things into the world that are like kind-hearted and good and artistically freeing and, you know, that fulfill you. And yes, you want to do that, but because it makes you feel rich inside, you know, it makes you feel expressed as an artist and as a human, and that is why you do it. There are people that will dislike everything you do. I mean, believe me, I have haters in every video comment, every photo comment, in real life, people, they just don't like me. And you know what? That is totally fine. Stick with the people that do like you. Stick with the people that do support you. Stick with the people who've been with you from the beginning, who believe in you. And those are the relationships to build, and those are the relationships to invest in. So the last thing I want to share with you is that I am grateful for the drugs and alcohol that were in my life. That I was dealing with and going through so much shame and sadness and depression and fear about being gay when I was a kid and when I was younger, and the drugs and alcohol saved my life. I feel like it numbed me enough to keep going. But if I didn't have it, I don't really know if I would have made it through. I considered suicide, I considered hurting myself, I considered a lot of things because that shame was so real and felt so dark. The drugs and alcohol carried me through that time. Because of that, I look at my sobriety as the greatest gift that I have ever been given. And without it, I would be dead, or I would be miserable. I would never have the chance that I have today to interact with all of you, to interact with friends and family, to have a job that I love, to have a life that feels so full. And I urge you that if you are struggling with something, and with drugs and alcohol specifically, and you feel like there is no turning back, that I am here to tell you that there is another option. To put your hand out and to ask for help, and to find a 12-step program, or to find friends and family, or to find a rehab, or to find anything that can help you get through what you're going through. That life can be great again, amazing, that it can be incredible, that it can be beyond your wildest dreams. I don't know if that works for you or if you even want that or whatever, but I'm just sharing my experiences that it saved my life. This isn't like a commercial for sobriety, but I just want you to know that there is another way of life. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and I hope that you got something from this video. If you need me, you know where to find me, and you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Krieger Hair. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much for your support always, and I'll see you soon. Bye.